Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the Blumhouse teen horror movie, Truth or Dare. A film that has been getting an awful lot of stick from an awful lot of reviewers. And generally speaking, it's kind of this year's, The Bye Bye Man, which was an awful horror movie. And it was very high up in my worst films of last year. However, when I saw the trailer for this, I did a trailer reaction for it. I thought it looked pretty interesting. Looked like it had some promise. So there's some morbid side of me still wanted to watch this movie to see if it really as bad as everybody's saying. Well, my judgment after watching it is, unfortunately, pretty much yes, it is. This isn't a good movie at all. If this is meant for teen audiences today, I worry for the teens of today. Are they really so stupid as to, if this is generated for their intellect, we're in trouble in the future, guys, because this film is really stupid in many ways. And I'll give you a little overview of the story here. What we have is a group of friends. They head off to Mexico to blow off some steam for a few days. For some reason they get convinced to go to some abandoned church and they have a game of Truth or Dare. And it actually turns out that the game is real. Truth or Dare. And the guy that lured them there was trying to pass it on to them, the game, so that he was free of it. And essentially the rules of the game are, when it's your turn, some entity will ask you Truth or Dare, and you have to say which you want, Truth or Dare. If it's truth, it'll usually ask you to reveal some truth that's going to cause you some pain. If it's a dare, it's usually a dare that will, generally speaking, put your life at risk or somebody else's life at risk, and that's pretty much the game. So the movie then revolves around initially these characters, understanding that this thing is real. And then trying to figure out how to get around the game, and then trying to figure out how they can get out of the game, all in the while trying to stay alive. And that's the basic premise of the story, and that's the biggest strength of the movie, is its simple premise. The idea, as it was for Bye Bye Man, the idea is solid. The idea is good. To have a horror movie based on the Truth or Dare game could have worked. Does it work with this movie? No. This is a horror movie that isn't scary at all. They throw a load of ridiculous, and I mean this, guys, ridiculous jump scares in that are the cheapest jump scares you'll ever see in a horror movie. Worse than I think the worst jump scares I've seen in a long time. Cheap tactic. And if people are scared by jump scares like this, I weep for the future of horror movies. It isn't scary. I don't think the acting was bad. In fact, I actually think the lead actress did a pretty good job, and I quite liked her and her performance. That's one of the very few positives. The entity itself, or when you're actually asked to give a Truth or Dare, what it does, it looks ridiculous. The effects are laughable. The first time you see it, it's kind of creepy, and then after that it just gets laughable, and it looks like people are like going up for Joker auditions or something. It looks awful, and the effect has gone after the first time you see it. The more you see it, the more laughable it becomes. The reactions from the characters in the movie are not based on real life. For example, there's a scene in the movie where one of the characters dies, and for some reason it gets filmed and it's all over social media, and all his friends are watching it, and not one of them reacts in a way that a normal human being would react. In fact, one of them actually mocks it, and at that point I was checking out big time. I'm like, what is this? No sense of realism at all. And because they base it, because kids obviously are into social media, and they're all technologically advanced, and they Snapchat and Facebook and Twitter, everything, they try and blend this into the movie, but they do it in such a way it's insulting. Now, we all use technology and social media, but the way they use it in this movie it's not reality. And again, I'll give you an example. They are trying to search for this girl who was previously doing the game, and this girl is actively being hunted by the police, and they'll literally find her 5 seconds later on Facebook. 5 seconds later, oh, found her on Facebook. And they're sending her direct messages on Facebook. And I'm like, really? Are the police so bad these days that they wouldn't have thought of this? And, you know, and they're trying to look for something, and one of the characters says, have you tried Google? Oh, yeah, I'll try Google, because the Google, obviously, is the saviour of everything. It's just the way they promote the technology and the social media in this film is not based on reality. Who were they trying to kid? And who knows that better than anybody? Teens these days. And the ending seriously sucked. It sucked so bad, and I don't want to say why it sucked, because I don't want to ruin it in case you do want to watch this turd of a movie. But it really, really sucked, the ending. It didn't make any sense. And the reason why you would do it didn't make any sense. So yeah. So there you go, guys. This isn't a good movie at all. 4.5 out of 10. I don't think it's just as bad as Bye Bye Man. The first 25-30 minutes of the movie I thought were passable, and then it just goes into the realms of stupidity, complete stupidity, completely dumbed down, not scary, not realistic, and very, very hard to finish because there's so many dumb decisions made in the movie. And like I say, if this is the future of teen horror, I mean, teen horror, that used to be Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Halloween, and you know, look at teen horror these days. It's shockingly bad, the majority of it. And then you get movies like A Quiet Place, which is rated the same as this, I believe. And how good was that? And this is the toilet horror movie that they give us with this. I really dislike this movie, guys. It's not totally useless. Maybe there's an audience member out there that might have some fun with this movie, but my God, I don't want to meet them. So yeah, guys, I would definitely avoid this movie. It isn't very good at all. So yeah, truth or dare, I dare you to watch it. Thanks for watching, everybody.